Hi, this is Nicola Markus and I am back with you for another Ask the Editor. Last time we talked about why does an author need to hire an editor. So today I thought I'd move on from that and assume that you've all decided you need one, you're going out to get one, where do you find one? So there are a few things that it's helpful to consider when you're looking for an editor. It might help if I edited my own videos a bit. Anyway, I'm going to leave that in. Slip of the tongue. Okay, an editor. So, places you need to look and things you need to consider. Number one, is your editor qualified? I would say straight off the bat, not all good editors are. I've worked with some wonderful editors who don't have a formal qualification, but if you're absolutely starting from scratch and looking for someone that you can trust, that is a place where you might want to start. If an editor's professionally qualified, they're likely to belong to a professional body. For example, I belong to the Institute of Professional Editors in Australia, which I had to put in an application for, prove my experience and my academic background to become a member there. And most of those places have listings. So iPed, where I belong, has a directory of members where you can put in a search, say you're looking for an editor to do this, this and this, and then they'll bring up a list of everyone suitable that you can then look through and contact those people. So qualifications and professional membership's a good place to start. The other place is experience. As I just said, not all editors have a formal editing qualification the way I do, but there are some really great ones out there who have a huge amount of experience. They've worked with different publishers, loads of authors, so their background and experience is also important, because even if someone's got a qualification, if they've never actually done any work with it, then you're still might be on the fence a bit about that. Which leads to my third point, which is of course word of mouth. How do you find out about these editors? If you're not looking for a professional directory listing, then you'll be asking other authors. Visit some Facebook or Goodreads groups, ask around, ask who other people are using. Those recommendations will then lead you to the people that have experience, and you'll know that other people have worked with them and think highly enough of them to recommend them. After that, you'll also want to consider pricing. So from the first 3 points, you've maybe got a short list of 4 or 5 people, say, that you think you'd potentially like to work with. At that point, visit their websites if they've got one, and they should have one. Take a look at what pricing information they've got there, look at their backgrounds, any testimonials on their website from authors. Most of those you should be able to verify by getting in touch with those authors as well. Drop them an email at that point. When you're emailing, explain your project, word count, what sort of work you need done, which is something we'll talk about in a future video, the different types of editing, and then you can just get an idea of their pricing. When they come back to you, consider their pricing, also consider how quickly did they reply, what sort of vibe do you get from them, and bear in mind that the pricing may vary quite a bit. Sort of newbie editors who are not necessarily qualified, just trying to break into the business, are likely to charge a lot less than someone who's really experienced, highly qualified. And also the cost will depend on what type of editing you're requesting, which is what we'll look at in next month's video. So don't just assume that the cheap one's no good and the top one's too much, you know. It depends what you want and what you need for your story and the sort of experience you're looking for from your editor. But at that point, I think the vibe is really important. Are you getting a good vibe from them when they write to you? Did they come across as professional, friendly? Do you feel that you could work with this person? Because an editor-author relationship is a very close relationship. You're putting a lot of trust in the editor, in giving them your baby, and they're obviously giving back to you as well. And you know, they're looking at your work, they're giving you their best assessment of the manuscript to try and help you make it as good as it can be. So you want that relationship to just click and gel straight away. So those are a few things to consider. If anyone's got any comments or any further questions on what I've just said, feel free to put them below and I will come back and answer them for you. If anyone's got any topics they want me to talk about in terms of editing, anything you'd like answered, pop that in the comments too, and I will make future vlogs just for you about those topics. Until next time, I will close. Bye for now.